how long to cook your chicken legs. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Hi, I'm Melissa Diane, and I have here with me, y'all, some incredible chicken legs. These chicken legs here were in the oven. I cooked these in the oven. I cooked these in the air fryer. They just came out. They are hot. They smell fantastic. They are juicy, and they are so crispy. So how long do you have to cook your chicken legs to have this? My target time for both sets of chicken legs, both the oven and the air fryer, was about 40 minutes. But before putting those in either the oven or the air fryer, there are a few things that I did first. First of all, when I took the chicken out of the refrigerator, y'all, I let it sit for just a few minutes so it became a little bit more like room temperature, so it wasn't quite so cold. It's going to cook more even if you will do that, and it will help you with your cooking time. Then, before I put any seasoning on, I did take my chicken legs and I patted them dry, and you want to do that. I've learned that that's a big mistake that a lot of people do, and I was doing it, is you want to be sure and pat these chicken legs dry really well. And then once you've done that, you can go ahead and season them. So let me scoot this over. Now for my seasoning for both sets of these, what I did was I started with just a couple of things. I started with a chicken seasoning. And y'all, this one is called Salt Lick. I'll put a link for you for this. It's called Salt Lick Chicken Seasoning. I found it at our local grocery store, H-E-B here, but I did see it the other day on Amazon, so I'll give you that link. And so all I do is I just took that chicken seasoning, and on every one of my chicken legs, I just put it all over. And this is the easiest way to do this. You can do some fancy things like marinate them for a half a day or something. But y'all, when I do this, everyone just loves it. I coat them with this chicken seasoning, and then what I'll do is I reach over, I either will get a little salt and a little coarse ground black pepper, or I have this one here. This is called Kinder's. If this comes on Amazon, I'll give you a link for that too. But this is a mixture of salt and pepper. And then I will take this and I'll just put this all over like this. And then I just shake it off. And y'all, now we're ready to go. And again, you can put a lot more if you want to, but this right here will give you a fantastic coating. It's super simple, and it cooks really evenly, and it cooks well. Then I will take these, and a while ago, I took these three, and I put them on a tray just like this, and I put this in my air fryer. Now, that way, you know, the air circulates really well around that tray. If you're gonna put them in the oven, what I like to do is I have a tray here like this, and I like to sit these on top of this tray so the juices then, if any juices come out of this chicken, it's gonna fall to the bottom of this pan. Because I put this in here, there's some little legs on here that raise it up a little bit. So I can sit it in here, put them on here, and off we go. Now, if you're gonna put your chicken legs in the oven and you're lining them up on here, if you have several, don't put them too close together. It's going to affect your cooking time and also the condition of the chicken when it comes out, because you want these to be nice and browned. If they're all crammed together, they're going to more steam instead of brown. The same thing actually in your air fryer. You want to give yourself room. If you have a bucket, give yourself room in there. If you're using trays like me, again, give yourself some room. Now, once you have your chicken all seasoned, you're either going to put it in the oven, and if you put it in the oven, I would set it on about 400. If you do it on 400, then it's going to probably cook for about 40 minutes. If you put it on, let's say, 425, then you're probably going to go about 30 to 35 minutes. Either way, when you put it in the oven, you do want to stop it at least halfway and then flip it over, put it back in. An extra thing you can do to really help with the seasoning is when you take it out, at that halfway point, you can get yourself some butter and melt butter, and then take what do you call it, like your little brush, your pastry brush, and then brush some of that liquid butter all over this chicken when you flip it over, and oh my gosh, y'all, that tastes so good. It really, really does add to the flavor. But anyway, you're pretty much gonna be either 40 minutes or 30 minutes based on the temperature. Now, if you're gonna go put it in the air fryer, you just take it just like this. Remember, leave space. Pop it in the air fryer, and then hit your chicken button, and it should pop up to about 40 minutes. Then what I would do is halfway through, I would go in there, pull it out, and flip it over. And if you want to, you could also put butter, liquid butter on there at that time if you wanted. Now, when it comes out and you think that it might be done, what you want to do is you really, before you can just say, oh, it's done, it's been 40 minutes or it's been 30 minutes, you need to make sure that the internal temperature of your chicken is where you want it to be. And when you do some research, you'll see anywhere from like 165 to 180. 165 seems to pop up a lot, but what I like to do is I like to go by what is ever on my thermometer. And I have got my thermometers, I call it a little manual thermometer. You can get some now that are digital that you can just put it in, push a button, and the temperature pops up. But this one, you simply take it. If you have one like this, you can just get these at your grocery store. And when you put it in your chicken, you want to make sure that you put it in the thickest part of your chicken. So find the biggest, thickest part of that chicken leg, and you don't want it to be touching the bone because the bone's going to be hotter, right? So put it in there, make sure it doesn't go all the way through, and then you're just going to watch and see where it moves to. And if your thermometer says like this one, it says 180 for poultry, then really what you can do is instead of waiting until it gets right at 180, you can take it when it's like at about 175. And you can go ahead and take it out and then let it finish cooking on your plate, because when you take it out of either the oven or the air fryer, it's still going to keep cooking. And the reason you might want to try that some, still go back and check your temperature after it's been sitting. But what that will do is that will help you. It will prevent overcooking because you don't want it to be too dry. So that's just one extra little tip there. So both of these did go for about 40 minutes, and you can expect to spend about that much time in order to get your chicken legs really tender, where the meat almost falls off the bone, but yet on the outside they are super, super crispy and they give you that crunch. Now, one fun thing to do once you've got them all cooked up is if you want to, you can take just a little bit of some chopped up parsley, kind of put those there along the top before you serve them. Just makes them look extra, extra pretty. Now, if you want to check out a full recipe on how to do these chicken legs in the air fryer, check out that next video that's popping up, and I'll see you over there in a few minutes. Bye-bye.